Hello, Libra. Welcome to your forecast for 2024. This is for Libra and Libra rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity. To get more specific and detailed with your reading, Libra, I do this because you know I love you. Libra Nation, I do this because I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Libra, 2024 is going to be an excellent year. I'm very excited for 2024, and I hope you are too. You're going to have a big emphasis on partnerships for 2024. Some of y'all actually may move in with partners, travel a lot more with partners this year. Especially like you could even move, but you're gonna have your big career moment over the summer. There's a lot happening for y'all, Libra, and then you are gonna become a lot more like spiritually minded. You're gonna like start your spirit, like have really amp up like spiritual growth, personal growth. There's a lot happening for you. So 2024 is a year of like, there's some great eclipses, there's some really fantastic new moons, and some really great full moons as well. You know, we have 2 eclipses in your sign, Libra. Like, again, you have a life-changing year. You have a life-changing year ahead of you. But what I want you to know is 2024 is really the year of conjunctions. Now, this is really great. Conjunctions in astrology, just very basic. It's the highest, among the highest degree of like auspicious aspects, and there's some we haven't seen in like 13 years. Like, this is gonna be a year of milestones. Okay, 2024 I've been saying is kind of like the middle child of 2023 and 2025, because Pluto will be moving into Aquarius. We're going to talk about this later. But Aquarius is very independent. And so there is like that independent energy, but it's not just Pluto and Aquarius as dictating 2024. It just has this feel of you learning a lot about yourself, learning and taking action, and also, like a middle child, getting away with a lot of things. And so, and just a lot of creative energy. I really love 2024. A lot of self-sufficient energy. So it's really great. And it is a year where, you know, a lot that happens in 2024 is really going to determine where you're at in 2025. And I can't say the same thing for 2023, because 2024 has a lot more pivotal things that are happening. A lot of really big things, And the reason why I do bring up 2023 and 2025 is because 2025 is the year. It's a big year. It is a year where some people may say it is like the most important year of, you know, the past 5 years, maybe the most important year of the decade. That's how big it is. And the reason why, well, 2025, we have both Mars and Venus retrograde, but we have the nodal shifts. So you know how the North Node and the South Node are in Aries and your sign for all of 2024. Well, toward the end, like they're moving. Okay, or 2025, they're moving into Virgo and Pisces. So again, a very big thing for y'all. Okay, very big thing for y'all. But the biggest thing of 2025 is the outer planets. They're all moving, all within the same year. It is insane. Okay. This is Neptune, which has been in Pisces since 2011, is finally moving. Okay. Moving into Aries. Guess who else is moving into Aries? Saturn. And so, really big deal. Uranus, which has been in Taurus since 2018, moving into Gemini. All right. So, and as you know, Pluto will be moving into Aquarius in 2024, but it's going to do a little dip back into Capricorn. I'm not even going to talk about that because it's such a little thing, but it's just going to be permanently in Aquarius for 20 years. Okay. So we're talking until 2044. 2044. Yeah. Yeah. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. And then also in 2025, Jupiter's moving into Cancer, where it's exalted. So, and that, by the way, is going to be when Jupiter moves into Cancer in the summer of 2025. That is when you're going to have the best career year that you've had since 2013. Okay. So you see how you're ramping up to your best. If you're here for career, if you're not here for career, public recognition, fame, okay, honors, achievements, leadership, social status, all of that, all of that. So 2025, big year, big year, but doesn't mean that 2024 isn't a big year. 2024 is a huge year. And so what I'm going to do, I have a lot of notes in front of me, so I actually have to wear my glasses. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you like what's happening every month. The key thing that's happening every month, and you're gonna love this. It's amazing. And so after that, I will do your spread, and then from there, I will break it down afterward seasonally, and then I will let you know what Libras and Libra risings should really pay attention to and what will be happening for y'all throughout the year. Okay. So 2024, we kick it off in January, Pluto moving into Aquarius, the biggest thing. Okay. I'm going to make a separate video on this because it's such a big thing. In fact, such a big thing that the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 250 years ago. And so humanity is getting to experience Pluto in Aquarius. You can't say, like, not a lot of people that have lived on this earth have lived through Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. It's a small percentage. Okay. Small percentage. So, speaking of humanity, Aquarius is the sign of humanity. So again, this is a really big thing. Really big thing. If you want, on my Instagram, I did like a reel on Pluto and Aquarius and what it, like a little bit of like explaining what it is. If you want to check that out, I pinned it at the top of my Instagram. But so that's a big thing for January, February. I do love the fact that Mars and Venus both conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius. Now, Pluto in Aquarius, what does this mean for you, by the way? This is going to be big, and you're going to feel it right away because in January we head straight into Aquarius season. This is your 5th house of love, romance, pleasure, family, children, procreation, sex, recreation even. So for 20 years, this is going to be a big thing for you. All right. So get excited. Now in March, we have our first lunar eclipse in your sign. Yep. Libra, big year for you. I'm not even joking. Like when I say it's a big life-changing year for you, it's a big life-changing year for you because that is just the first eclipse in your sign. Okay. Now in April, we have a solar eclipse in Aries. Holy cow. And I'm going to tell you the dates later. Okay. So I'll tell you the dates later. I'm just giving you kind of like the broad, what's going on, the high level. But in April, this solar eclipse in Aries, again, remember the North Node, your true calling, your destiny moved into Aries in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. This is going to be a big thing for you. Now, that's not the only thing that's happening in Aries. I have 2 big things happening in Aries. We have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Some may argue this is the biggest, most important aspect of the decade. This hasn't happened in 13 years, y'all. This is big. I'll talk more about it later. Okay. But you are going to definitely have some big transformations because this is your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth. It's also other people's resources, other people's money. That may be a big thing for you. And when I say that, it's like shared resource. It's like investments, inheritance, bonuses, commissions, paying off debts, karmic debts as well. Maybe joining bank accounts with someone, opening an Airbnb, like just like other than like your main salary. And then May, there's just so many amazing things happening in May. We have Sun conjunct Jupiter, the luckiest day of the year. And then we have Jupiter leaving Taurus and moving into Gemini. And so now, starting in June, the 9th house, Jupiter and Gemini, that's your 9th house. It rules spirituality, your belief system, your philosophies, but it also rules long distance travel. It also rules publishing. You could think about writing a book. You could think about writing a book around this time, starting a website, doing something with publishing. Remember, Pluto moved into Aquarius in your 5th house of creativity. So hey, more power to you if you do it, and I would recommend it if you have a good. I mean, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. It's just it's crazy because Jupiter's in Gemini. Gemini is the native ruler of the third house of communication, and so this is just a really big thing. And again, I just see a lot of y'all traveling with your partners, moving in with partners, buying something with your partner, like doing something with like partners, and then. Also, when I say partners, remember that is when I say partnerships, relationships, that can be work related, that can be love related, it can be like best friend, your Romy to your Michelle, your Bugs Bunny to your Daffy Duck, whatever it is, Scooby to Shaggy. Anyway, then we get into June, which is when we have the best money day of the year. Then we get to July. We have Mars conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. We'll talk about that. August, one of my favorite new moons. It's in Leo. Libra, that's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. And so when we get to September, we have our second lunar eclipse. This one will be in Pisces. So this is your 6th house. So there's going to be a lot of activity because remember, Saturn is in Pisces and Neptune is in Pisces. And then at one point, Venus will move into Pisces, which is so nice. I love it. I'll tell you about it later. But this is your 6th house. You're going to get busy. You're going to, it's everyday activities. It's your routines, habits. It's even health matters are part of the 6th house. So are pets. And work is a big thing in the 6th house. So, if you're an artist, if you're a freelancer, you could be taking a lot, new projects, finding a lot of luck, and also just like a lot of just movement in that area. Or even if you own a company, if you're a CEO of a company, if you have a business, it could be you hiring new employees and things like that. But anyway, we'll keep going. In October, that's when we have the solar eclipse in your sign. All right. So again, a lot happening for you. November, I love the sun trining Saturn and Mars. We'll talk about that. And then December, I really love the full moon that is happening in Gemini, okay, in December. So with that said, every year, of course, there's challenging aspects too. And we do have some really strong, challenging aspects, like Jupiter, Saturn squares, and we have like Mars and Saturn squares. There's a couple full moons that I would watch out for as well. And so you can see how in 2024, the first half of the year is so much better than the last half. And I'm not saying the last half is bad. It's just like we move into retrograde season and there are like a little bit more, oppositions and squares, but there's still like so many great aspects that really balance it out. So with that said, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for 2024. Again, this is for Libra and Libra rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, all those other aspects, placements, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. But let's do it, Libra. So like I said, I'm going to do your spread. And then after your spread, I'm going to break it down. All right. So by season, by quarter. And so Libra, let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for 2024. So Libra, as I said earlier, I do a traditional culture cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, oh, I didn't want to flip that over. We will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, thank you so much for being here. You are good. And you're going to have some moments. Oh, yeah. You are going to have some moments. Let me just tell you right now, eclipses are game changers, and you have 2 in your sign, okay? And remember, eclipses are I'm not going to beat around the bush here. You did get the tower in your future, but I want you to know it's going to be for a good reason, okay? Now, let's get started. You got the 2 of Pentacles, all right? So, yeah, you're already, there's a lot of decisions y'all are making. There's a sense of, especially with, and I'm sorry, I lost the seat to my, or the cushion of my chair, so I'm going to be kneeling now. But with the 2 of Pentacles, already, like, we kick off the year in Capricorn season. We have a lot of energy happening in Capricorn. So that is your 4th house. So I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all start moving or doing something with home and family. There could be a lot of emphasis with like family, children as well, significant other, things like that, moving in with a partner, or if you're, been in a relationship for a long time, or even if you're retired, maybe doing something, different different or nice. But there is also this sense of just like a lot of you making decisions. Okay, you can see this card. There's a lot of imbalance in this card. So there's a part of you that's like, okay, I need that balance. I'm a Libra. You know, my symbol's the scale. Like so it is a big thing, a big factor. And it could have to do with money. Again, remember all this activity in your eighth house. All right. So there could be, you know, maybe new job opportunities are presented, or you may be thinking like, should I go back to work? Or, you know, I got a new job and it's requiring me to go to work when I'm working from home, or am I looking for a job where I get to work from home? So there's a lot of like decisions that you may have to make to bring some balance in your life. I'm also getting a lot of energy of like stabilizing a lot of things that are like, you may be doing a lot of different things, like just a lot of like, like, okay, I really need to like let this go, let this go, let this go, even internally within as well. Okay. But I'm feeling more of an external thing here. But hey, remember, this is a yearly reading, and you got the King of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. By the way, did I mention 2024 is 8? So if you're into numerology, as you know, 2024 is a year of 8, 8. Wealth, abundance, success. Compared to 2023, which was 7, which was all about introspection. There you go. This is amazing. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of wealth this year. Wealth, I want you to think of in all forms of the word. Okay. So if you're not here for money, if you are the king of Tahiti, all right, sitting there on your gold throne and saying, money, I didn't come here to get money news from you, then wealth in your physical world, again, with, I was already feeling that here with the Two of Pentacles, but now you got the King of Pentacles, your physical reality. Pentacles are earthbound. Okay. So wealth in the relationships, wealth in career, wealth. Do you see where I'm going with this? Wealth in family. So a lot of that, but he does hold the golden scepter. That golden scepter creates all this abundance. You cannot even distinguish the harvest from his robe. This is how rich he is. This is how rich he is. I say it all the time. He did not get that robe at Target. That was custom made. This is a rich, rich king. And again, that golden scepter, only 2 people in all of tarot have it. And it creates this richness, this wealth, this abundance. So you can expect that for your entire year. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Okay. Especially other people's money, especially other people's share. Like I said, investments could be a big thing for you this year. Even like side hustle. It's just, you know, like maybe you open an Airbnb empire, or there's a lot of different things. But he is Taurus, by the way, and so that is you can see the symbol of the bull all over his throne. But remember, that's all in your 8th house. So like transformation, life cycles, but also shared resources as well. Now, you did get the 5 of Wands in your challenge area. So there are going to be some conflicting moments. It looks like honestly, like it really is. Well, first, card of severity, right? And the tree of life, when it's a 5 challenge card, came in your challenge area. However, this is the least of the challenging of the challenge cards. It's literally just kids swinging their wands in the air. And so there could be a little bit of like you, well, 2 things. One, kind of like a battle of the egos. There could be a lot of egos that you're dealing with throughout 2024. So you're going to have to you be that, you know, Libras are so diplomatic. You are the peacekeepers, the peacemakers. So a little bit of you stepping up to be like, hey, y'all, let's see eye to eye. There's too many cooks in the kitchen here. The other thing is, looking at your spread here, is there could be a little bit of, you know, just don't let things get to your head if because you're gonna have a great year. So just keep that in mind. All right. I'm not saying that you have big egos or anything. I'm just saying you got the card of like egos at play in your challenge area, and it is a challenge card. All right. Challenging the King of Pentacles. So you did get the Hangman. All right. So again, this is really great because what's really interesting is that there is going to be a big shift when we get to June, April, May, June. All right. April and May are the biggest months of the year. but okay, around April, May, you're going to feel it most. And then June is like when you start feeling that shift. And that is going to be a lot of like that spiritual growth for you. You're going to feel a lot more spiritually active. Spirituality means a lot of different things for a lot of people. Okay, so whatever that means for you, you take that. You know, every Libra's different. Every Libra's going to take a different message from this reading. But the Hanged Man in your crown, okay? The Hanged Man, who is not only someone who is, you know, seeking transformation and seeking change. And again, you're going through a lot of transformation. Libras, particularly, out of all the signs, the most, okay? But Hangman comes right before the Death card, the card of transformation. So it's like preparing yourself. And in order to have this transformation, you've got to let some things go. Now, remember, the South Node moved into your sign. So a lot of it here, a lot of it, like, what is that? You know, some things that you want to let go, that you've outgrown, that you're just like, I don't really need this in my life anymore, or I don't want to be this way anymore, or you do what I mean? Like, that's what he's doing. He's making these sacrifices and even surrendering things, even like hanging himself upside down to look at things in a new way, to broaden his perspective. Now, if this is a card coming before the Death card, which is ruled by Scorpio, which is the native ruler of the 8th house, in the first half of the year, you're in your 8th house. This is spiritual enlightenment. You see the halo around his head. And this is him having this, he wants this spiritual enlightenment and moving into it. And that's what's going to happen for you when Jupiter moves into Gemini. And so I really love this for you because it seems like you're seeking it. And then you've got the 10 of Wands. So yeah, you're definitely seeking it. And it's also like, there is a sense of like, you've gone through a lot. Libras have gone through a lot through 2023. The really big moments. Okay. And so there is a sense of you just ready to make that surrender. 10 is the end. Okay. And this is someone who is just taking on way too much, almost to the point where he just cannot see anymore. But there's this big release that you want. And then you have the Tower in your future. And so Mars is actually very active this year, very active, but with like a lot of conjunctions soon. We will talk about that. As you know, Mars does travel through a lot of different signs. Okay. And so definitely going to be like, especially in the first half of the year, a lot of family, relationship, love, a lot of those kind of matters that may be a big thing for you. Like 100%, okay? Because it is going from your 4th to 5th to 7th house, and that's just a lot of energy there. But even still, there is going to be a sense of like, I'm getting more of like, burn it down, build it up. Some things, look, you have the Hangman in your crown. You have the 10 of Wands in the root of your spread. 10 being the end of the suit. 1 0 equals 1, new beginning, right? In order to have this wealth, you've got to make things, let things go. If you don't do it, the universe is going to do it for you. Okay. So that's what it's saying. And so I don't want you to fear the Tower card. A lot of people do for some reason. And I know it is a card of like chaos and unexpected, like, you know, madness and bedlam or whatnot. But two things here. One, if you fear the Tower card, you're already building this blockage for yourself. You're already putting yourself in this low energy frequency. So when you fear a card, it makes it harder for you to get the things that you want, right? And so, never fear the Tower card. Secondly, what comes after the Tower? The Star. And so again, it's almost like the universe is clearing the decks for you because something's not working. And you have 2 eclipses in your sign this year. So I'm going to tell you now, there are going to be some unexpected things that you did not see coming that happen for you that are for the better. Eclipses eclipse things out of your life, and they are for the better. I talked about it in one of my videos on eclipses, on how I didn't see this one eclipse coming and I was thinking it was going to be something else, but it wasn't. And then I put all the math together. I'm like, oh, actually, yeah. Because at the time I was like, bummer. Why did this happen? But like in retrospect, I was like, that was the best thing for me. It was the best thing for me. And that's what happens with the Tower. You realize it could be days later, it could be weeks later, but you do realize it was the best thing for you. Okay. It's actually everything aligning for you. You see, we're going to call them yods. There are 12 yods over here. There's 10 over here. The constellated signs, right? And then the 10, there's 10, we'll call them spheres in the tree of life. 10, 12, 22. That's so like I mean, come on. This is like, There's 22 paths in the tree of life. And then you even see the lightning striking the crown off the tower. So again, remember that ego thing. You don't want to, that's like a thing. Just remember, because everything's going to be great for you. But also the light, that's like the flashing sword that's in the tree of life. And so this is fated, is what I'm trying to say. And so embrace it. All right, embrace it. And I know at the time it may not happen. If there are some unexpected things that happen, you just in the moment may be like, what? But they are going to be the best things for you. So let's get to your stuff, Libra. Libra Nation, so good to see you. If you like this, and look, you're gonna be fine. Don't even with me, Libra. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what you want for 2024. It really is going to be a big year for you. It's going to be a big year for you. Don't with me, Libra. You're good. You're good. Okay, you're good. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even. Wow. So you did get the devil. All right. So, very interesting. There is going to be something where you are going to have to let go. Again, it is saying here, you've got to let it go. All right. You got the tower in your future. You got the devil as the first card in your staff. Now, the devil is Capricorn. Okay. So you could even feel it like in the beginning of the year with all that Capricorn energy. But at the same time, it does rule your fourth house. So it could just be like there is something in like parents, children, relationship, home matters, something that you're just like, I need to let this part go. It could be like, even like if you have like a relationship that's not great with like a family member or someone, right? Like it's just like, I need to nip this in the bud. It's really draining me. That's what the devil is. It's this energy, vampire energy. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But even still, at the same time, even if it's not related to that, it could be just you just needing to, because the devil is also, represents everything that you'd think the devil would represent, like vices, bad behaviors, addictions, even, like pessimistic thinking, things like that. So just things that, like, this does not serve me well. I've got to like let it go. But one other thing I'm going to point out is it could even be like the fact that you recognize you work in like a toxic work environment or have a toxic boss, just something you're just like, I gotta just, so I make that, so I gotta, you want it to, and that could be the thing that's just like holding you back. You gotta just let something go, especially with the South Node in your sign, like all about moving forward. Okay, let's keep it that way. But you do see, remember I said partnerships is going to be a big thing for you for this year. Well, you see the couple here from the Lovers card. So it could be a partnership relationship as well. Remember, that can be whatever resonates with you, even a friendship too. So you do have the Emperor. So you're going to be absolutely fine. You see that you got the Emperor with the Tower. How crazy is that? Mars is definitely going to have a pretty big influence on you then, because the Emperor is Aries. All right. Now, what makes that significant? Remember what I said about partnerships and relationships and how the North Node moved into Aries for you this year, and you have a solar eclipse in Aries this year, and like it's a big thing. And the fact that this card is Aries, do you even see the Rams in his throne here? Remember I said the Tower is ruled by Mars? Well, you just got the Emperor ruled by Mars. So Mars may be a big thing for you this year. And we'll break it down when we go season by season. When I tell you key dates to watch out for, best days to look out for and whatnot. But do you see how what happens here is just going to make you empowered? It's just you're going to be sitting in that throne. You're going to be 1000% fine. So whatever happens, use it to empower you. If there is anything that you see as chaotic and destructive, personally for me, with private readings that I do or have done in the past, because I don't do them anymore and I'm fully booked for 2024. But even if I do it for friends or whatnot, like readings for them, when the Tower does come up, for a lot of them, it's a huge blessing. Because it's like, I couldn't do that. And now the universe is like, okay, you got to stop that. Boom. And they're like, yes, I'm free. So, but again, use it to empower. You're just going to feel empowered. This is someone who is, This is mastery of self is the Emperor, okay? And so remember, there is a lot of that going on with you with that transformation energy, but also it is, you know, a lot of wisdom in this card, a lot of power, a lot of authority, okay? Huge authority. And then again, if you are writing a book, this is really cool, and pay attention to this, or doing something with publishing. This card is the card of authority, right? If you take authority back to its etymological root, we're going way back to Latin, autorite, author, okay? So be the author of your own story, but also write a book, because you'll have Jupiter and Gemini in your ninth house of publishing, because you'll have a lot of luck there. But again, really, like, he rules his destiny. He's a ruler. He's a ruler. You could be the ruler. All right. So keep that in mind. You also got the Knight of Pentacles. Really great. It looks like you want like a lot of stability. There's something that you may have started that you're like really in it to win it now. You're really like, that's a lot of investment energy with the Knight of Pentacles. It can be literal investments, especially with the fact that you have all this energy in your eighth house. Okay. Which is investments. But think about investments and how that relates to you. Is it like a relationship? Is it a career? Is it money related as well? Now, Hierophant, what did I say about that spirituality? There you go. There you go. What did I say about that transition with the Hanged Man moving from, you know, the eighth house to the ninth house to all this spiritual enlightenment? And now in your final outcome, you got the Hierophant, which is Taurus, your eighth house transformation. But he is spiritual enlightenment. He is the connector between the divine and our physical reality. And so you see, you have all this like power. You have a lot of power. The Hierophant, very influential, a lot of wisdom here too. It's like you have that wisdom inside you. All right. You have it inside you. Use it. Okay. It looks like you will. It looks like you're going to be raised on this platform. It's like there is something a lot in your external world, but even for you internally, your spiritual growth, personal growth, there is going to be big change. Count on it. Hold me to it too. It's like clear as day. Okay. You're going through some major transformation, but look at this. Look at how you come out on top. I mean, like, in the fact that you have the King of Pentacles and the Heart of your spread, like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. Libra, so now let's break it down. Let's break it down. You could also really be into, there is like, almost like you could start a business. You could be the head of a household. You could, you know, remember there's like parent energy that's happening for y'all this year. There's also, you know, the Emperor is like the dad of tarot as well. So there's a lot of like overlap of like structure, a lot more structure in your life, but also just being this influence in your life. Sorry, I dropped all my cards. So you see, Libra, that okay. You see that you are just becoming a lot more influential. Anyway, so, and spiritually, like going through like personal growth and like really big transformative spiritual growth. Now, with that said, let's break it down season by season in January. So, January, again, everything, as soon as Mars moves into Capricorn on the 4th, and Mercury's gone direct at this point, and so Mercury's no longer retrograde. As soon as that happens, like we're gonna hit the ground running. You're gonna hit the ground running. This is gonna be really big because Mars loves being a Capricorn. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, and so again, this is your 4th house of family, of relationships, of your home, your domestic matter. So you could literally move. And the reason why I say that is just because it's leading up to the fact that on January 11th, we have a new moon in Capricorn, and this is an amazing new moon. So again, I wouldn't be surprised. You could move in with a partner. There's just so many things that could happen around this. And don't forget, with new moons, you want to plant seeds around this time. New moons are new beginnings, new opportunities, new cycles. Now, on the 20th, the day we move into Aquarius season is when Pluto moves into Aquarius. Again, we'll talk about that in detail. I'll do like a separate video. But the other thing that I really want you to know is on the 28th. Okay, so this is the best day of the month. Venus trining Jupiter. Oh my goodness. Venus, by the way, has moved into Capricorn at this month. So you see there's like a bundle of planets in Capricorn. Mars, Mercury. Like it's huge, huge, huge. So mark that down. If you're taking notes, yeah, mark these down because, you know, this is to help guide you and to, you know, just prepare you for a lot of these key dates where you do want to take action and you want to like line things up. So Venus trining Jupiter, trines are very auspicious. Now, the reason why that's January 28th is the best day, it's not just because Venus is trining Jupiter, the planet of love and money and luck, trining the planet of luck and wisdom and prosperity and growth. It's also because Mercury will trine Uranus, so you could have this huge breakthrough around this time as well, okay? And so the third reason why January 28th is the best day of the month is because it is my birthday. Now, February, I really, really love. Here's the thing. On the 13th, because there's so much Mars stuff happening here, I'm going to bring this up. Mars is going to conjunct Pluto. Now, this is something that's going to be really big. These are two very powerful planets. Now, remember how I said 2023 is like, I'm sorry, 2024 is like the middle child of 2023 and 2025? Well, think about the middle child. They can be like rebellious too, right? So there's a little like rebellion energy here, kind of like my way or the highway. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just really amped up energy, very high energy. So use it to your advantage, okay? Use it to your advantage and you're going to be absolutely 1000% fine. Again, this can have to do with something, you know, I'm picking up a lot of sexual energy, but a lot of love and money too. Okay. And authority. We're talking about Pluto and Mars here. Okay. And remember, you did get the Emperor. So balls in your court, Libra, balls in your court. The best day of the month will be, so that's one of the best days, okay? If you use it to your advantage. The other best day is the 21st, February 21st, Venus conjuncting Mars. You know what happens when Venus and Mars gets together. Now, March. Oh, we're kicking it off on March 1st. Write this in your books, okay? Sun, sextile, Jupiter. I love this day. This is the best day of the month. This is when you may start seeing like, because remember, well, the sun is in Pisces at this point and it's sextiling Jupiter, but remember Saturn is in Pisces, and just seeing it, looking at everything else that's happening around this time, especially with the sun conjuncting Saturn, just, you know, the day before. It's like, this is like around the time where you may get hints of like what your future is going to be like or what you want for your future. Okay. We do have, for you, pay attention to March 11th. Okay, Venus is moving into Pisces. Okay, so again, a lot of Pisces energy here. We are in Pisces season, but the reason I bring this up is because Venus is exalted in Pisces, and it's just so nice. A lot of compassion. It's just a really, really nice time. Now, this is again in your sixth house of everyday activities. I absolutely love this. Venus is going to be in Pisces for a while. Now, biggest day of the month, March 25th. We have that full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. Okay. Now, let's get real, Libra. This is a full moon lunar eclipse. All right. So it's a little bit more serious than, you know, the other eclipses. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, you know, just expect letting something go. But look at this. You want to, and something will. All right. So it can be something about you that like, even like, you know, with the tower, and then remember you have the devil here too. Maybe even like facing a fear and letting that fear go, or working like with, you know, shadow work, like letting something go that you're just like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to be this way. Like, you will feel that empowerment to move forward. So let's see what's going on for you for January, February, and March. Another day actually in March is on the 28th. Venus will sextile Uranus And so this is a day where you could literally meet your soulmate if you're single. Mark it down. Or if you are in a relationship, just ascend. Like, this is an amazing day. Okay, so, oh, wow. Look at all these wands. Libra. Wands are, like your passions, right? Creativity, ideas, but also like a lot of work, enterprise, job related stuff with this. But you got the 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Very interesting. Very interesting. So there is going to be, it looks like you're just definitely going to be in planning mode. You're going to be in planning mode for the first season. You even see, but it's like, kind of like what's next for me. That may be on your mind a lot, okay? Especially with the 2 of Wands, which is, and it can be relationship related, but this is another Mars card. This card is ruled by Mars in Aries, which is, again, for you, your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you could be thinking about that. And again, it can be work, it can be love, it can be a friend, whatever resonates with you. But even if you're not here for that, it's just still your passions. Like, what do I want next? What do I want next? And then you have the 7 of Wands. So it looks like something will happen for you, and it's going to be something that you enjoy. And now it's like you're defending yourself, and like, I wouldn't say defending yourself, but like drawing a line in the sand. It's like, back off. I got what I wanted. So you can see this person at the top of the mountain, the hill. You even see him at the top of the castle. So you see like this ascension for you, like being on top. Remember, you have all this power energy. So this is really great because this is all about valor, right? Fighting, like, I wouldn't even say fighting, but just like standing your ground, not letting anyone take away your passions, and really not letting anyone take it away. Like, you are going to fight hard to keep the things that you want, the things that you get and deserve, okay? Because this is, the 9 of Wands is all about resilience, okay? You see him standing in front of the wands, protecting them. Like, he won't let anybody take it away. So you're actually really good here. There may be a little bit of like, sure, even with the 5 of Wands in your challenge area, a little bit of you working a little bit hard to like keep what you have, okay? Especially after all these great things happen for you and new things happen for you. There is just a sense, it's just think about your passions at this point. Very interesting. There could also be just, again, remember how I mentioned like ego earlier? And again, I don't want you to think that I'm saying that you have like a big ego or anything, but just based on your spread and the energy that's coming through, just again, if there's something that you have to let go. It's like if you get caught like with a candy bar in your hand and your mom is just like, hey, I told you not, like, just let it go. Just be like, okay, I'm sorry. Don't fight it. Okay. Don't fight anything that, like, you're just like, I probably shouldn't, like, shouldn't have done that. Don't fight it. But otherwise you're going to be fine, because it's more about like you, that resilience and, that strength and fortitude and courage, and even just like planning your next step and making sure that everything that you have planned for, you receive and you keep. Now, oh gosh, now we get to April, May, and June. So these are the biggest months of the year. So April, May, and June, do not forget that. April 1st. So April 1st, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries until December. Mercury's retrograde until December. April Fools. That was really bad. Now, it's only retrograde for like 2.5 weeks. But again, that is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you could be rethinking a lot of things when it comes to partnerships and relationships. Again, do not think that's just like love. That's like career. It could be your mailman. It could be, it's just one-on-one related to your BFF, things like that. Okay. So, I love April 3rd. Mark this down. Venus conjuncting Neptune. This is just like, this day is like a fairy tale. It's a beautiful day. Now, the big day, there's 3 big days. There's actually 5 big days in April. This is why it's one of the biggest months. The first big day, We have on the 8th, April 8th, the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries, again in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you can see there's like this new beginning or ascension or this new chapter that's happening in this area in your life. This is such an auspicious eclipse. It's so great. I love it. It can be a little, I mean, it's intense. It's an eclipse, but use it to your advantage. Remember, it's still a new moon, so plant seeds. But the other thing is, it's a total eclipse. If you live in the US or Canada, please go see it. Please go to the path of the eclipse. You can Google it. Just Google path of the eclipse 2024. We have not had one, and these are rare. And so I think the last one was 2016, 2017. My friend and I went over to Nashville to see it. This is just a rare celestial event that happens to be in our, in North America. It's very rare to have a total eclipse in America. Okay. So please, North America. Okay. So please go see it. Please go see it. Sure, it lasts like 2 minutes, but it is so cool. It's so cool. You get the eclipse sunglasses and whatnot. Anyway, so moving along. Now, I want you to pay attention. We're getting serious now. These are the 2 most important days of the year. There are more, but these are 2 of among the most. Now, on April 19th, the sun is moving into Taurus. So we move into Taurus season, but not only is that happening, Mercury is going to conjunct Venus, Mars will sextile Jupiter, and Mars will sextile Uranus. These are all auspicious aspects and placements. So this is a day where you could be at the right place at the right time. This is a day with just a lot of luck and abundance. Okay. On the 20th, we come to the bigger day, Jupiter conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. So as I explained, this is that rare day. 13 years, y'all. 13. It's been a really long time. This is extremely rare, but you have to see it as like clump these 2 days together. This is a powerful time of breakthroughs, of a new direction in your life. This is like rebirth for a lot of y'all, especially because this is happening in your 8th house of transformation, life cycles. Like this is huge. You have no idea, especially with other people's money too. Inheritance, investments, as I explained earlier, could be a big thing for you. One thing I want you to know is that these are slow moving planets like Jupiter and Uranus. So you can, even if nothing happens on this day, you can feel it like for weeks and weeks and weeks to come. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. Now, what else is happening at the end of the month, April 29th, Venus is moving into Taurus. As you know, Venus is the ruling planet for both your sign and Taurus. So Venus is moving into its domicile where it's at home, just like it is in your sign. The day after, Mars is moving into Aries, its domicile. Libra, come on. This is big. This is really big. It's just like buckle your seatbelt. Okay. A lot happening for y'all. So keep that in mind. Again, a lot of like relationship stuff could like you really like passion, love. I mean, like but anyway, we'll keep going. Now in May is you'll hear a lot of people saying May is the best month of 2024. I don't disagree. April and May are the best months. There's so much happening here. So much happening. I don't even know where to begin. I will begin with May 7th, the new moon in Taurus, one of the best new moons of the year. Remember, at this point, Venus, Uranus, the Sun, Jupiter, all in Taurus, like so much power behind this new moon, and Saturn and Neptune are in such great alignment. The reason, okay, so that's really great. Now, really write this date down. May 18th, the Sun conjuncting Jupiter. This is the luckiest day of the year. This is a Kazimi. This is the luckiest day. Okay. So again, use this day to your advantage. Use this day to your advantage. What makes this day also really great is that Venus will be conjuncting Uranus too. Well, it's coming right after. Oh wait. Oh yeah. So yeah, this day. So this is again, use this day to your advantage. It is absolutely amazing. Um, what else is happening? The other day, okay, so now this is actually going to be really nice for you. The 23rd, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, but on that day, Venus is moving into Gemini. Uh, Venus is also conjuncting Jupiter, and then Venus will sextile Neptune, and Jupiter will sextile Neptune. So this is, in my opinion, one of the best full moons of the month. And then if you think about Sagittarius, that is your third house of communication. It's really interesting because remember I said Venus is moving into Gemini. Gemini is the native ruler of the third house of communication. But the best day of May is May 25th. Okay. Jupiter moving into Gemini, which is really big. Your ninth house. So this is when you start getting all the luck in expansion and growth and prosperity and abundance, good fortune in your ninth house. So long distance travel, working with people overseas, spirituality, your belief system, your value system, your philosophies, even publishing. It's gonna be, and remember Jupiter's here until June 2025. I mean, a lot of like faith. This is just so, this is amazing. And then I do love that on that same day Venus will trine Pluto. I mean, come on, this is insane. Venus trining Pluto. Venus, by the way, is in Gemini. Pluto's in Aquarius. This is your two BFFs, right? So this is a lot of air activity, air sign, power couple here with that Gemini Aquarius energy. Just a lot of empowerment and communication. Like you really like owning it. So January, March, April, May, June. Okay, so now in June, sorry, I had to, because okay, so in June we have this massive shift from Taurus, all this energy in Taurus, to Gemini. Mark this in your calendar, June 2nd, Jupiter trining Pluto, the best money day of the month. Of the year, but it is one of the best days of the month. So big money day, finances. I mean, remember Jupiter is all about luck and good fortune. So definitely take action though. Definitely take action. You always want to take action around these times. I really like June 4th for you when Mercury conjuncts Jupiter. This is a great day for like contracts. It's a great day for like just expansion, growth. It's just another really, 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 really great day because on that same day, on the 4th, Mercury will trine Pluto, and then we have a Venus Cazimi. So definitely be social around this time. Libras, y'all are so social. So definitely use this day to your advantage. Now on June 6th, the reason why I like June 4th is because it's 2 days later, we have a new moon in Gemini, again, in your ninth house. So at this point, remember the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter all in Gemini. I mean, and Jupiter's trining Pluto. This is, again, another best day of the month. So as you can see, there's a lot happening. And then I told you that we are entering like Cancer season in June. That is, so let me tell you that. And so we're coming to your 10th house. So this is when I think that a lot of y'all may have like big career shifts, career changes. And the reason why is because it actually starts on the 14th. Well, no, it starts on the 17th, and I want you to 17th to the 21st. Now, let me tell you what's happening. On the 17th, Mercury will conjunct Venus. Again, amazing. Mercury and Venus are actually moving into Cancer in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. But then on the 20th, we officially move into Cancer season, which is summer, and then winter in the southern hemisphere. But the day after that, we have a full moon in Cancer. And so there's a lot of activity happening. So as you can see, fully loaded months. Let's see what's going on for you for April, May to June. And again, remember, April, May, the biggest month. Oh my. You're good. I don't even, you're good. You got the Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. So April, May, June, when I say like, these are the 3 biggest months, April, May being like the best month, but April, May, June, like the biggest months, like Oh yeah, for you particularly, yeah. Remember, I did say like money is going to be a thing, partnership's going to be a thing, but also just like a lot of new beginnings for y'all, a lot of transformation for y'all, big shifts for y'all. You got that Page of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. So there is, and then remember I said in June, like when we start entering Cancer season, I feel like a lot of y'all are going to be getting new jobs or doing something. Well, here now it's indicating, yeah, for sure. With the Page of Pentacles, Page is bringing in that new change. Again, that's a big thing that's happening for y'all. And then I want you to remind you also Pentacles are earthbound, so it doesn't have to be like there's something like income related, something that you want to monetize here, but it can also still be something in your physical reality, like you receive something that you really want, like getting a new car at this time, or just is something like that in your material world. It can be like a birth of like a new relationship, but you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and so remember I said a big thing is like inheritance. So inheritance is highly associated with the Ten of Pentacles. This is the card. It is the like you made it card. It's raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. You see how big the castle is, right? You see all the harvest here. You see like it's how comfortable the family is, and it's 3 generations at play. So there's a lot of family energy, there's a lot of legacy energy, like you making it, your kingdom come. This is absolutely amazing. And again, inheritance could be a big thing that's happening for y'all, but this is really great because following that, you have the Four of Wands, card of celebration, a card of milestones. You getting a new job, you getting proposed to, you getting married, you getting a puppy, you getting, you know what I mean, like promotion. You get, there's so many like just think milestone, maybe even moving too, getting a new home, buying a home. Anyway, you are good. You're really, 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 really good. So now let's go to July, August, and September. So July, oh gosh, on the 5th, you definitely, if you are for career or if you want to become really famous, this is again a big time for you. July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer. And so Mars is really harmonious here. And remember, Mars has been like a big thing in your spread. So I really love this. I would say this is one of the best days for you. Plant some seeds. Remember, this is your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition. Now, Libra, what else is going on in July that you should know about? You know, on the 15th, this is just a really big day. Mars conjuncting Uranus. Listen, this is going to be, remember how I talked about like the middle child, that rebellious energy? Here we have it again, like my way or the highway. So again, use this to your advantage and you can have really big breakthroughs around this time. Like huge breakthroughs, humongous breakthroughs. Don't forget Uranus is still in Taurus in your 8th house of transformation, but also other people's money. So really big deal. Actually, Mars is in Taurus too. So remember they're conjuncting. The other best day that I want you to know is, those are it. Okay, so now August. I really love the new moon in Leo for you on August 4th. All right, Jupiter, Mars, really good alignment here. Really good alignment. Venus moves into Virgo this day. And Mercury does go retrograde, but yeah. But this new moon in Leo, remember, it has like energies. It's kicking off a new cycle for like 6 months, but you'll feel it within the first few weeks. And this is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Okay. So this is really great. So plant seeds. It's also your social network. So you could make a new friend around this time, but August 7th is definitely the best day for you. That's when the sun sextiles Jupiter, but also Mercury conjuncts Venus. So really just very social. Remember, Mercury's gone retrograde at this point. So people from your past could resurface, but be very pivotal in some way in like bringing you luck or something that's just really nice. I also like Mars conjuncting Jupiter on the 14th. Really just definitely take some action for, expanding things in your life and having like that luck and fortune. I really love this. And also just another reminder, remember Jupiter is in Gemini Gemini at this point and for the entire year. And remember, Gemini is a twin. So you're going to see that you have a lot of options too. Not just things are going to come in twos. You'll see that. It's going to be very interesting. And so what else? Libra. What else do I want you to know? That's really it. Okay. Well, the 29th Venus moves into your sign. So pay attention to that because Venus also is your ruler as well. So you're going to feel really great, Venus being in your sign. But the reason why is because on the 29th, Venus is also going to trine Pluto. Such a powerful day when it comes to love and money and your just passions heightened. And so now we get to September. Now we're going into like a couple like really tough oppositions and squares, and then like retrograde season. And so but again, there's a lot of great days. One that I do love is, well, mark September 8th because that's when Mercury goes into your sign. So it's like you're going to be like a member of Mensa at this point. 14th, Venus trining Jupiter, best day of the month, hands down. All about love, all about money. Now, on the 17th, this is when we have the lunar eclipse in Pisces. I actually like this lunar eclipse in Pisces. Saturn is going to conjunct the full moon here. It's a full moon partial lunar eclipse. And there's just really good alignments with the ones like the planets you want. The good alignments for like Pluto and Uranus are really good alignment to Neptune. Remember, Neptune is in Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces. But keep this in mind. There is something that you could be letting go around this time. It's something that's just not serving you well. The other best day of the month is the 19th. The Sun trine Uranus. This is just such a great day. You could just feel like a really good big breakthrough around something, and it could be like really surprising, and it could have to do with a project or some goals that you have. What else do I really like for you? And then we enter your birthday season on the 22nd, which is really great. And that is, the day of the fall equinox and spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. So happy birthday, Libra, at this point. What's really great is 26. Mercury's going to be entering your sign at this point. Oh, gosh. Wait, sorry. Yeah, I accidentally mentioned Mercury's moving into your sign on the 8th. Mercury's actually entering Virgo on the 8th. Sorry about that. But even still with Mercury in Virgo, like that is just you going to be like thinking a lot anyway, because that is your 12th house. But Mercury moves into your sign on the 26th, September 26th. And so now you have the sun in your sign and you have Mercury in your sign. So I do love the 29th for you. I want you to mark this down because Mars will trine Saturn. So these are the, two malefic planets in an auspicious aspect. So it's a really good time to put things into action for like long-term goals. Okay. So let's see what's going on for you for July, August, and September. There is so much happening. Oh, you're good. You're really good. You have the 7 of Swords, you have the 9 of Cups, and you have the World. So clearly a wish coming true this month. Yeah, the 7 of Swords, the biggest energy is like you need to face your truth now. You have to really, really face your truth. This is more of like an internal thing, especially when you think about everything like with Jupiter and Gemini anyway, but even still in your 9th house of spirituality, which is heavily appearing in your spread here, but there is almost like no more like running from anything or hiding from anything if you're doing that. Okay, not saying that you are. It also could be a time where there could be something like I'm just getting more strategy energy again. This card is associated with lying, cheating, stealing, like those kind of like low energy frequencies, but I'm not picking it up so much for you. But should that happen, just be aware of it. Know that he's stealing these swords in broad daylight. So it's almost like this is testing you because you may learn the truth. Swords are all about truth, right? And so it's like, what will you do in this situation? It's like that show, What Would You Do or whatnot. But either way, you got the Nine of Cups. This is a card of complete satisfaction. This is the wish come true card. Something that you're wishing for is coming true around this time. Not surprised with all these amazing aspects and that we are in your birthday season. So happy birthday. Birthday wish coming true. A lot of enlightenment here. And then you get the World, which is absolutely amazing. There you go. This is, it's almost like you remember I said 2024, there's so many cycles within this year. And you're coming to the end of one big journey, beginning this brand new one toward your birthday season. So, or in your birthday season, actually. So now let's get to October, November, December. October, we kick it off on October 2nd, the new moon solar eclipse in your sign. So you can see how it makes sense, right? That the World is coming right before that October. Okay, this is the end of the fool's journey, your journey, hero's journey, and you see the dancing figure with all these achievements, right? Within the garland, the wreath here, in the shape of a zero, referencing the fool. So you're beginning a new journey, and so now you have it here with October 2nd, the new moon solar eclipse in your sign. Venus will be conjuncting Uranus. This is game changing. This is big. Remember, I said it's a year of conjunctions. You could get really surprising, like exceptional, great news around this time. But definitely continue to manifest. It's a new moon. I also really love October 4th for you, Venus trining Saturn. This is where you could definitely, you could really, really just, a lot of y'all could get married around this time. A lot of y'all could meet your soulmate if you're single. This is just a really great day. Remember, Saturn is like longevity energy. And then on the 8th, Venus trining Mars. Once again, you know what happens when Venus and Mars gets together. So this is like love to the point of tears. Like this is really, really amazing. And it's also a really good time to sign contracts, have really big conversations too, because Mercury will trine Jupiter on this day. Another magic, this is such a magical day. The best day of the month, however, will be the 13th, October 13th, the sun trining Jupiter. Okay. So we only have this once this year. It happens twice a year on average. So really love this. Mark this in your calendar. Remember Jupiter, all about good luck and good fortune, expansion. Now, November, I actually really love the new moon in Scorpio on November 1st. By the way, have you seen the pattern? Most of like the significant and important and best days are like within the first few days of every month. But anyway, so the new moon in Scorpio on November 1st, Mars is in Cancer, Neptune is in Pisces, Mercury is in Scorpio. This is a water triangle, a golden triangle, and all this water energy. But I really love this for you because new moon in Scorpio, this is your second house of money, salary. So there you go. Really nice. New moons, new beginnings, new opportunities. Definitely plant seeds. What else is happening? I do like, there's something that's going to bring a lot of stability around the November 4th when the sun trines Saturn. It is a day to if you really want longevity to something, definitely do something around this time. Okay. On the 15th, I'm not a big fan of the full moon in Taurus, and this may have a pretty big effect on you because Saturn goes direct the same day. The sun is opposite Uranus this day. The alignments are just not like really great. So just keep that in mind. That's the full moon in Taurus. And again, that's your 8th house of whatchamacallit, transformation. And so the other thing that I want you to watch out for is actually one thing that I love. The 27th, when the sun trines Mars. Remember, Mars has been a big thing for you. This is just like feeling alive, like feeling it in your bones. And remember, Mars is the ruling planet for Aries. So, your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So I absolutely love that for you. It could also be money related, okay? Because Mars is a traditional ruler for Scorpio. And so that is your 2nd house. So the 30th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. Mwah. I love this new moon. This one's really good. 3rd house, okay, of your communication. Again, remember, you have like a lot of like you stepping up, being a leader, and it's showing in your spread. And this is one of those days. Now, December, Mars goes retrograde it's slow down. It's a slowdown. And, a couple of other planets have gone retrograde too. But it's just, we'll talk about it next year. That's a year from now. But you'll feel that a lot. Everyone will. But the day that I do love is the 15th, okay? December 15th. I do love that full moon in Gemini. I just love the alignment here too. So that one's really nice. The best day of the month, however, will be December 19th when Venus trines Jupiter. So another day of love and money and luck and growth. I mean, just really, really nice. We have another Jupiter square Saturn on the 24th. Just another day just to be like, be cool. Be cool. But of course, we'll talk about that in a year from now. Okay, Libra. So you see that there's a lot happening in October, November, and December as well, but a lot of great things that are happening for you. But remember, there is that new moon solar eclipse in your sign kicking off October this season. So let's see what's going on for you for October, November, and December. Okay. Oh, and you're good. Everything. Oh my gosh, this is just so crazy. Ace of Pentacles. Remember, a lot of money energy for y'all. And there you go. New path. Right here. You see the golden pathway, the archway. This is a gateway into this new cycle in your life. This new moon in Scorpio is going to do wonders for you, but also that new moon solar eclipse in your sign. Like so many, the aces, new beginnings right here. Biggest pentacle in the deck. You're good. You're absolutely good. It came right after the world, by the way. You know that. So King of Cups, again, a lot of money energy here because the King of Cups is Scorpio, which is your second house of, money, salary. It's also self-worth, self-value, comfort, stability. You can see he's very comfortable. His throne literally on top of water. Nothing's going to knock him off that throne. And Cups is all about emotions, intuition. So he is he's this loving king, right? Very loving, and he's very intuitive. He's the most intuitive king. And then you have the Ten of Swords. And so very interesting here because you have the Ten of Swords, the last one. And this is just saying that, yes, this is the point at the end of December, especially even throughout the October, November, December with all the retrogrades, really thinking about retrogrades are a window to the past. So a lot like thinking about what are the challenges that I went through this year? What can I learn from them? Because at the end of the day, his hand, the same hand gesture as, well, did you get it here? You didn't get it here. But the same hand gesture as the Hierophant. And another card, but because you got the Hierophant. And so it really is 10 is the end, right? So 10 equals 1. This is the card of new dawn. So those dark clouds are actually clearing and the sun is coming through. It's a new, the end of this cycle. And so, yes, at this point, you could have just been going through a lot, but it's at a point where you have to learn from everything. Remember, it's almost like a blessing in disguise. It's for you to learn, so you never have to go through those experiences again. Should anything be weighing you down, as you can see, he's completely pierced by all those swords, but think of them as aligning your chakras, right? And so, again, in order to move into, this next chapter or whatever, you want to let things go. You don't want to have any resentment or anger. And if anything has been painful for you or challenging for you, time to come to terms with it and be okay with it moving forward. If there's anyone you've gotten in fights with, I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just giving you examples or whatever. If someone stole your toaster oven, don't hold this grudge, and but it obviously things can be more than that, but swords are the mental soup. So it's really just you and you having these moments where you want to have those breakthroughs, those moments of clarity. But in order to have that, you have to learn from everything that you've gone through so you can move forward. But again, it's more to prepare you. So those challenges never happen in your life again. Remember, the same as the Hierophant, you have the Hierophant in your final outcome in your main spread. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. You have the Emperor. I mean, you're going to be fine. You see, you're going to be great. How many, you got the Wish card, You got the World. You got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the 10 of Pentacles. You got the 4 of Wands. The Page. You have the King. Don't forget, you have the King of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Anyway, Libra, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and I will see you next week. Okay.